I'm Carrie Robbins. I'm privileged to be the Executive Director of Brigadoon Service Dogs. Brigadoon provides service dogs to veterans, children, and adults throughout the Pacific Northwest community with varying disabilities. Service dogs allow people to have a more enriched and fulfilling life, allowing them to do things that they might otherwise not be able to do.
Hi, I'm Sean Crincoli. I'm the Director of Dog Programs at Brigadoon Service Dogs. Director of Dog Programs encompasses all of our programming at Brigadoon, ranging from breeding and getting new puppies in and our puppy program, overseeing the foster homes with the dogs, and I oversee the overarching training that goes on across the entirety of the program, up to the point where we then will match the dog, create a match for a client with the dog, and then our work actually continues because for client services, we follow up with our clients regularly, and so we continue to support the client and the dog for the life of that partnership until that dog retires and it's potentially time for the successor dog. And I lead our client services team in that aspect as well.
I'm Dan, and I'm the Director of Site Operations here at Brigadoon Service Dogs. I also am the Head Service Dog Training Instructor. A little bit of what I do is I'm responsible for most of the day-to-day operations involving the dogs and kennel staff. As the Head Training Instructor, I am the one responsible for training most of the tasks that our dogs will learn to help mitigate the disabilities of our clients.
As the daughter of a veteran, one of the things that drew me into Brigadoon was the appreciation and support of veterans throughout our community. We not only provide service dogs to disabled veterans throughout the Pacific Northwest. We have veterans on staff and on our board of directors. We have many veteran volunteers, donors, and community supporters. And we work with a number of incarcerated handlers that are veterans within our prison programs.
At Brigadoon, we have a number of veteran programs that are specific to veterans. At the prisons that we work, we have 3 correctional facilities right now where we train our dogs. We send instructors in. I'm one of the people who also goes in and trains with the handlers and the dogs together. The dogs live there 24/7. At Stafford Creek Correctional Center and at Coyote Ridge Correctional Center, we have our program run out of the Veterans Pod, and that is unique housing for veterans so that they can live together, have programming together, and that is a core component of our prison program for Brigadoon at those prisons. At Stafford Creek, we've been operating our program for more than a decade, and some of those veterans have been with us that long. So it's kind of a nice program to see the camaraderie and teamwork and collaborating mentorship relationships between the handlers at that program, and that's something that matches our value and that we're all as a community raising the dogs together for someone. So it's really a benefit to everybody there that we have those dogs living full-time and being trained at those programs, and we really value our partnership with the veterans there. We're really excited because we've been in that prison long enough that some of the handlers who were initially in that program have actually been released and continue to be involved in Brigadoon, whether as staff, as a volunteer, as a donor. They continue to be part of the community, and that's really important to us. It's what that whole program is about. About half of the clients that we serve are veterans of the U.S. Armed Forces. In 2024, we actually placed 7 service dogs with veteran clients. Because we support the team for the life of the team, we have about 55 to 60 teams currently that are in active service, and roughly half of those, matching those statistics, actually are veteran clients. And so we're pretty committed, and the first clients that were veterans that Brigadoon placed dogs with were more than 10 years ago. So looking back, 2012, 2013, 2014, We were really excited in 2023 when one of the service dogs that we placed with a veteran was actually a successor to one of those original placements for a service dog. So we now are in a position where not only are we serving veteran clients, but we are actually serving veteran clients beyond the life of the partnership, but for the next dog and the next dog, and we're excited to grow and be able to do that more in the future. Service dogs are really helpful for so many different kinds of disabilities. They can help with mitigating PTSD or anxiety or depression. They can give behavior alerts to interrupt behaviors. They can create space in public. They can provide opportunities for tactile grounding or other therapeutic touch. But on cue, not just because, oh, it's nice to pet a dog, but because it's actually a cued behavior that will benefit the client in a particular situation, typically one in public that might cause them some kind of stress or anxiety. A lot of our veteran clients will have PTSD, but they'll also often have another disability, and that's where our custom approach works pretty well. All of our dogs are also trained in mobility assistance, physical assistance, for people who have issues with walking or picking things up or retrieving items. So our dogs can be trained to do mobility assistance and physical assistance, but also PTSD support, anxiety support. And that's one of the things that makes Brigadoon unique, that our program doesn't limit the veterans who come to us and say, we only provide dogs for PTSD or anxiety. Or we're not a program that says you must have a physical disability for our dog to help you. It's that we can mix and match for each client and take them with whatever disability they have that they could use assistance with and provide a dog that can probably do numerous things for them at a really high level in public to assist with their life. So that's one of the things that is sort of the core that we love to do.
We are a small organization, but we are very involved with our community. We have a saying here at Brigadoon, it takes a village. We are very lucky to be part of a community that supports veterans and nonprofit organizations. It takes around $50,000 and 2 years to train and raise each service dog, and we are committed to never asking veterans for funding. There is a high demand for service dogs, and we would love the opportunity to continue to grow and serve more veterans in need.